Hi, my name is Colleen Lewis. I'm a computer science professor at Harvey Mudd College, and I'm excited to tell you about my FRAJIT. I got into computer science sort of by accident. A friend of mine in my physics class was like, "Hey, Colleen, next semester I'm taking this class. I think you'll really like it." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know about this computer science thing. It seems like that's for only really, really smart people. That's not me. So, I'm not so sure, Irene." And she was like, "No, Colleen, it'll be cool." And I was like, okay. She provided enough of a pep talk, and I was like, "Okay, I can enroll in this class." Then I got to the class, though, and I was like, I'm pretty sure everybody else knows what they're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. Irene, we should definitely drop this class. Like, we don't know what we're doing. We gotta get out of here. And she was having none of it. And so, semester after semester, we went through that same thing where she was like, "Colleen, I think you should take this class." And I was like, "I don't know about this." And then I would enroll, and then I'd be like, "Irene, I think we should drop this class." And she wouldn't let me. And so she kept me through it step by step. I loved it once I was sort of over that first hump of being totally scared and overwhelmed by the class. But I really wouldn't have majored in computer science if it wasn't for her. I was really nervous about majoring in computer science. People told me if I wanted to major in computer science, I would have to sit in a basement, coding at 3 in the morning, all alone. And I was like, ooh, I do not like basements. I do not like being awake at 3 in the morning, and I do not like working alone. I'd much rather work in a team. But the thing is, people were wrong about these things. Like, I really liked programming. I really liked my computer science classes, so I was like, let me just give this a try. And it turns out when I worked in industry, I was never programming at 3 in the morning. I was never working alone, and I was never in a basement even. So it's really different than what people said it was. The other thing is, sometimes when I was learning computer science, it wasn't easy. So the first time I took the second semester computer science course, it was going so poorly, I had to drop the class. If I hadn't dropped the class, I definitely would have gotten an F in the class. And maybe people would be like, "Colleen, this computer science thing is maybe not for you." But I really liked it, and I had the encouragement of my friend, and so I stuck with it. The next semester, I took the same class. It still was kind of a rocky road. So on one of the exams, I got a 5 out of 25. That's not great. And the thing is, it wasn't like the test was wrong. At the time, I knew about 5 out of 25 parts of the computer science I was supposed to know. The thing is that didn't mean I was never going to learn it. It just meant I didn't know it then. And so even though there were bumps in the road, I still eventually learned it. I actually got to teach that class 3 times after my first 2 very rocky experiences in the class. So I think it's important to realize that you're going to hit roadblocks and there are going to be things that feel difficult, but as long as you're having fun and are excited about what you're getting to make, stick with it. I think my job's really fun because I get to do computer science and teach people things. I think teaching people things is really fun. But one of the most unexpected and fun parts of my job is getting to work with students on this stuff outside of just their computer science learning. College and education is about a lot more than just like filling your head with knowledge about computer science or other topics. There's a lot of stuff to be successful there, like learning how to manage your time and learning how to negotiate difficult group interactions, and a lot of just random development that I think is really important to be able to help coach students through and talk to students as they're progressing and growing and changing and deciding really who they want to be. Before I worked as a computer science professor, I worked at a company called Leapfrog making educational games. That was the coolest thing. I love like art and crafty things and drawing, but I've never spent enough time on it to be really great. And so it's like I have this vision of what it could look like, but it never quite looks like that. The thing was, working at Leapfrog, I got to work with people who it was their whole job to be an animator and to make things look beautiful. And so they would make these beautiful things, and then I would make them move around the screen in interesting ways. So with that partnership, I really got to do something that I thought was really proud of and thought looked really cool. So that teamwork piece of getting to work on big software projects I thought was so cool because you get to combine a lot of different people's talents. Thanks for letting me tell you about my FRAJIT. I love it. And if you've got any questions about it, please post a comment below.